everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be my 2016 beauty favorites. I've discovered a ton of products in 2016 and I have some that are definitely going to be carry forward. And I wanted to include everything. So I have like makeup, I have skincare, hair care. I just kind of wanted to give you guys a broad spectrum of all of the things that I've been completely obsessed with in 2016. Some of them have been like throughout the whole year, some of them may have popped up like halfway through and I just can't put them down, but I'm super excited to share them with you. So without further ado, I don't want to make this too long. Let's go ahead and jump into it because we got a lot to talk about. Okay, so I think I'm going to start with skincare and just kind of work my way through my normal routine. So I'm going to start with this Garnier. This is the Skin Active Clean Shine Control Cleansing Gel. It is for oily skin. I discovered this at the beginning of the year and it is amazing. So it has activated charcoal in it, so it's really great for oily skin. It's going to help get rid of any excess oil. I use it as my morning facial cleanser, so it gets rid of all that nasty stuff that accumulated overnight, and it's actually going to help control your oils throughout the day. Next thing I bought was this Ulta Sonic Advanced Facial Cleansing System. This is the box of it. It's sitting in my bathroom, so I just didn't want to bring it out because I used it this morning. But this is like a dupe for the Clarisonic, and if you don't, you don't like the Clarisonic or the brush heads are too harsh for you, it comes with some sensitive brush heads, and you can purchase the replacement heads at Ulta and everything, so it's just their version of it, and it's rechargeable. I love this thing. It has made my skin a million times better. Next I have the Thayers Original Witch Hazel. This is the aloe vera formula. I love this stuff. I discovered it this year. I use it as a facial toner and I love the aloe vera formula because it's going to be really hydrating and healing on your skin. So if you have a lot of acne or some uneven skin tone, this is going to be perfect to, even out that skin tone, help heal any acne scars, anything like that. And it's organic, so it's really, really nice. I buy mine at Marshall's. This bottle was $5.99 at Marshall's, and I buy like 2 or 3 at a time, so I absolutely love this. The next thing I fell in love with was this Mario Badescu facial spray with aloe, herbs, and rose water. This is what it looks like. A lot of people rave about this stuff. I buy the big bottle off of Amazon. I love this stuff. I use it morning and night after I've done like all my cleansers, applied my moisturizer, and then I just top it off with this to give a little bit extra hydration. Love it. I have the Garnier Skin Renew Anti-Puff Eye Roller. I discovered this like at the very, very end of last year, and I still have just a tiny, tiny bit left. This thing lasts forever. I use it every morning to get rid of the puffiness under my eyes, and it's really nice and hydrating, but it's also lightweight. So if you wanted to use this to kind of depuff this lower area, if you tend to wake up with some puffy eyes like I do every single day, so you can use this down here, and then it's still light enough that you could put on an eye cream on top if that's what you wanted to do, or you can just let it go. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. So love this guy, super affordable at the drugstore. And then I have 2 face masks that I have to tell you guys about. I discovered these sheet masks from the Creme Shop. They're a drugstore sheet mask, but I absolutely love them. You can find them at Walgreens or at like TJ Maxx, Marshalls, and things like that in packs. I've used 1,000,001, I don't know, probably only like 7 or 8 different types of these sheet masks, but I love them. They're so affordable. It's like $2.99 per sheet mask or something like that. And then I have the e.l.f. Hydrating Bubble Mask, and I love this because it's really fun to use, first of all, but it's also really hydrating, and I can feel the extra dirt and gunk come out of my skin when I do use this, and it's just a really fun and different, easy thing to use. It's like 12 bucks. I've used it definitely 12 times, and I still have probably 1 or 2 masks left in here based on like how heavy it feels, so a really, really great find. I bought mine at Walmart, but you can also get it at Target. So that is all my skincare. Let's jump into some of my makeup. So I fell in love with this Real Techniques Diamond Sponge. Yes, it's dirty because I just used it, but it is a lot more, what's the word I'm thinking of, like porous. Like it's softer than even the Real Techniques one. It feels just like a beauty blender. It's so nice. The design of it is just amazing. I love this thing. I would check it out. I bought mine at Ulta.com because I couldn't find it in stores, but some people have. I love this thing. And then I have a couple of primers. So My first primer is the Soap & Glory One Heck of a Blot. This is a mattifying primer. You can find this at Ulta or some Walgreens will have it nowadays. It is a lot like the Benefit Professional, but a drugstore version, and this one doesn't break me out the way the Professional does. This one is a bit more of a, not so creamy. It's a little bit more of a silicone feel, but it's just really nice at smoothing out pores in this area, as well as keeping like your T-zone really mattified. So that's what I use it for. And then the other one I fell in love was the Too Faced Hangover RX primer. This is a really hydrating primer. It has coconut water in it. It's really good for your skin, and I have really oily skin, so I didn't think I would like it, but I have fallen in love. Like, it doesn't leave my skin feeling too moisturized or too heavy. It's not like a thick cream primer that's really going to sit on top of the skin. It just really melts right into the skin. And then I have 3 foundations that I fell in love with, and ironically they're all high-end. So I was never huge into high-end makeup, but this year I really got into it. So I have the Too Faced Born This Way. It's what I'm wearing on my skin right now. I'm in the shade Snow. This is a very yellow tone foundation, and it's just a really nice lightweight medium coverage foundation. You can build it up and you can do 2 layers and make it a full coverage, but it's just made yet again with like coconut water, really nice ingredients for your skin. And then I also fell in love with the Urban Decay All Nighter. I'm in the shade 0.5. I really like this foundation, but it is kind of difficult to work with, so I don't use it all the time. You definitely have to find the right primer to work with it, but once you do, it works wonders and it lasts all day. But it does oxidize as well, so I kind of have to be careful about when I use it, but overall I would say I really like that one. And then the last one I fell in love with was the Smashbox Studio Skin 15-Hour Wear Foundation. This one I am in the shade 1.1 because it's my self-tanning shade. So I don't self-tan very often, which is why you don't really see this one pop up on my channel, but I have fallen in love. I want to get it in my lighter shade. It is amazing. It was made to look great in all types of lighting, and it really does, and it does last 15 hours, and it agrees with every primer I've ever put it with. So like, this is an amazing foundation. I absolutely love that guy. And then I have 2 concealers that I've been using all year. So this one is the NYX HD Concealer. This is my holy grail. I didn't discover it this year, but like I said, I've used it all year. It's my go-to. I'm in the shade CW01, which is Porcelain. And then I also fell in love with the Smashbox Studio Skin 24-Hour Waterproof Concealer. It doesn't crease on me. It's what I'm wearing as concealer today. And I'm in the lightest shade, which is Fair, and it's actually light enough that I can highlight with. Most concealers, when it says fair, it's actually more of like an ivory shade rather than a real fair shade. So love this guy, perfect color match for me. And then the only powder that I've really fallen in love with this year is the Coty Airspun Loose Face Powder. I have the translucent one, but it adds extra coverage. So if you put on foundation and it still seems like, you know, it's not quite even enough, but you don't want to put on another layer, you can definitely use this. It is so finely milled. It's amazing. It does kind of have a scent, but if you can get past that, it's just like the Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder. It's just really nice. It adds some coverage. It doesn't add any color, but it just makes your skin look so flawless and airbrushed. And then I have 3 bronzers. So this first one is the Essence Mosaic Compact Powder. Mine's a little broken, but it's in the shade Sunkissed Beauty. It's just a really nice kind of 3-tone bronzer that you can use to bronze up the skin. It has a tiny bit of a sheen, so it kind of gives you that sun-kissed glow. The next one I have is in a lot of people's favorites right now. This is the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. I have mine in the shade Light Bronzer. It smells amazing. I need to get the other shade because I think it'll work when I am self-tan, because I don't go very dark when I self-tan, but I love this guy. You can use it to bronze or you can use it to contour, and it's just so buttery and smooth. It's an amazing powder. The last one is the Balm Desert Bronzer from the Balm. Here's what the packaging looks like. This one is a really dark shade, so I use it when I self-tan, but it's the perfect complement to my self-tanning shade. Here's what it looks like. So it's definitely kind of like a grayish taupey bronzer, so you can use it to contour with, or you can use it as a blush bronzer duo if you're really tan or you have really dark skin tone. It would be great for that as well. I only had one blush that I was really obsessing over this year, and that is the Wet n Wild Coloricon blush in the shade Rose Champagne. So this one is a steal. You can see I've used it a lot. I've hit pan on it. It's the blush I'm wearing today. I just used a really light hand with it. But the wear power of this thing is amazing. It's just your perfect everyday, really classic and really easy to wear blush. That's what it looks like right there. It goes with every makeup look, and that's why I use it so much. I had two highlighters. So this first one is the Makeup Revolution Vivid Baked Highlighter in the shade Radiant Lights. Here's what it looks like. It is a really nice baked highlighter. It is what I'm wearing on my face today. This one is definitely geared towards lighter skinned people. It's not going to work if you have dark skin. It's just going to look too icy on you. But a little bit of this guy goes a long way. So if you really love a nice ba-bam highlighter, this one is perfect. And then the second one I love is the Essence Pure Nude Highlighter. Kathleen Lights introduced me to this one. And this one is in the shade Be My Highlight. It looks like nothing in the pan, and even when you swatch it, it doesn't look like much. You definitely have to use a brush with it, get in there, and get working with it in order to really see this highlight show up. It's like a lit from within type of highlight. And I have two mascaras that I really loved this year. So this first one is from Milani. It's the Lash Trifecta mascara. Here's what it looks like. So it's supposed to lengthen, curl, and separate your lashes, and it really does do that. I'm not a huge fan of plastic bristles, but this is the only wand that I feel like plastic bristles work perfect and they don't hurt my eyes. I love this stuff. I just used it up today actually. It's far too dry, so I'm gonna have to get rid of it, but definitely will repurchase it. And then the second one is actually from Smashbox. This is their X-rated mascara. I'm not a huge fan of high-end mascaras, but something about this wand and this formula, it doesn't transfer, it doesn't flake. This wand is just perfect because it has 3 short sides and then 3 sets of long bristles as well, so you can really use the short sides to pack on the color and then use the long bristles to separate it. And then my favorite brow products. So this one is from Maybelline. It's the Brow Precise Micro Brow Pen, the crayon. This is what it looks like. I'm in the shade Blonde. I absolutely love this. It's creamy, but it stays in place, and it's not too waxy to where like the crayon breaks all the time. It's just my perfect formula, and this color matches me perfect. I've never found anything else that'll match my hair better. And then my favorite brow mascara is the Essence Make Me Brow. You see this in all my videos. Anytime I'm getting ready, this is what I use on my brows. I can't get away from it. It's better than anything that I've used. I used it today. I mean, I really don't need to explain that one. And then for my favorite contour, I love this Makeup Revolution. This is their Ultra Contouring Palette. And I actually love it for a lot of different things. You know, you can see I've hit pan there. So it has some really great setting powders. This banana shade isn't too dark, so I definitely love using that one, especially when I'm self-tanned. These two highlighters mixed together also look really, really great. It's more of a natural highlight, but I mean, if that's kind of what I'm going for that day, it's perfect. This baked bronzer is also a really great one. I love using that one on my eye when I just want like a simple eye makeup look. And then this color right here is my all-time favorite contouring shade. It's what I use to contour. It's the only thing I use to contour. A little bit goes a long way. It blends out perfectly. It never looks patchy. So this palette as a whole is my favorite, but specifically this contour shade is amazing. And then I have some eyeshadows. So this year I was introduced to ColourPop. So I love their single eyeshadows. This one is in the shade Tang. This is their Super Shock shadow in the shade Tang. I actually use my Wet n Wild blending brushes, and I just have to swirl it and then go in. Like, you kind of layer it up because this formula is so unique, but I love this color. I love these taupey gray, cool tone, kind of purpley shades. They're some of my favorites for my skin tone and my eye color. And then here's another one. This is their Super Shock shadow in the shade Tinsel. This was one of their Christmas limited edition shadows, but any of their shimmery shadows are going to be amazing. The best way to apply these is just honestly with your finger, pat it on, and then blend out the edges very lightly and stuff, and they're going to stay all day. They aren't going to crease. They're just going to look beautiful and intense and wet and metallic without any of the effort of having to spray your brush and put on layers or use a glitter glue. Just a perfect one-step thing. I think it's definitely worth having a bunch of these lying around because they are so amazing. If you love a nice metallic lid, this is definitely the thing for you. And then I do have a couple of eyeshadow palettes that I bought this year that I've been obsessed with. So one is my Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette. It smells so much like chocolate. And it never goes away, never. So I did buy this year in 2016, and I love it. They are the shadows that I'm wearing on my eyes today. They're just so buttery and soft and smooth. They do have some kick up because of that fact, because of how soft they are. But this is the perfect palette, you know, if you want to splurge on a really nice eyeshadow palette, this is a great one for you. I think this one retails for $49. But if you want just one basic eyeshadow palette, I would say this is a great one for you. Then the next one I have is the Lorac Mega Pro 3 palette. So this one was definitely a splurge for me. It was limited edition, but you can still get it on the Lorac website. But once they're sold out, it's done because it was limited edition for this fall season. I'm getting tongue-tied. So if this is something that you're interested in, I definitely suggest checking it out. You get so much in here. So if you are the type of person where you maybe just wanted one eyeshadow palette, or you know, you're just getting started in makeup and you want to try out some high-end makeup, this is a great one for you. These shadows are amazing and you get everything that you need. So like I said, if you want one natural palette, go for the Chocolate Bar palette. If you just want one palette that's going to get you set and you don't have to buy another one, like ever, you could live off of this one palette for your eyeshadow life. Does that make sense? Because you get 2 rows of mattes, so you have some cool tones, you have some warm tones, and then you get 2 rows of shimmers, and you get some really nice metallic-y shades, you get some sheens. If you just want really one nice palette, you could travel with it. It's perfect for that. It's nice and sleek. I definitely suggest checking this one out before it's gone. My favorite makeup setting spray. So I did discover this year. This is the Urban Decay De-Slick Makeup Setting Spray. It's for oil control, and I love this stuff. I wasn't a huge fan of their Chill Makeup Setting Spray, but this one really does control your oils. It absorbs any excess powder that I may have put on my face, which is, you know, a common thing because I overpowder because I'm oily. And then it does help control your oils throughout the day and extends the wear of your makeup. So I love this guy. I use it literally every day. And then I don't wear false lashes very often, but when I did in 2016, I wore these. These are the Kiss lashes in the style Shy. I got this pack at Walmart. They are 5 pairs. It's so nice and affordable. They're really, really natural looking, and they come to a pointed, like a tapered end rather than a blunt end, so they look really natural. These ones in this particular style are really dramatic and wispy, but you can also put it on with like a really subtle natural eye look like I do have right now, and they're gonna look great with both eye looks. Then I did fall in love with the Kiss Strip Lash Adhesive with Aloe. It comes in a tube like this. I prefer ones that have a little brush applicator like this instead of ones that come in a squeezy tube, but Strip Lashes Kiss Lash Adhesive doesn't use formaldehyde like Duo Lash Glue does, so that's why I switched, and I honestly think this one works a heck of a lot better, and the Aloe makes it really nice and nourishing as well as great for sensitive eyes. And then I just have 3 lippies that I've honestly been obsessed with this year. You know, that's really, I do have a lot of lippies that I switch up, but these are like the ones that I continuously go back to, and it's obvious as to why. They're really pinky nudes, and I can't get past it. So one is this ColourPop lip liner. This is their lippy pencil in the shade Bound. It is what I'm wearing on my lips right now. It's just a perfect, naturally color, kind of like your lips, but better. So it goes with everything. If you want to do a natural look, you could just use this. If you do want to go with a darker shade, you could use this just to line your lips because it's going to match your lip color, and then go on with the darker shade just so it doesn't bleed out. So that thing is great. And then my favorite lipstick is from Milani. This one is in the shade Nude Cream. Surprise, surprise. It's pretty much like your lips, but better. This one's a little more on the warm toned side for a pinky nude, but it's perfect. It's really easy to apply, so I wear it a lot at work and stuff. I just apply it, and then, you know, if I come back from lunch or something like that, I don't have to use a mirror to reapply it because it is so natural and effortlessly to use. Not to mention, Milani lipsticks smell like watermelon, which is amazing. And then I have this Buxom lip gloss. This one is in the shade White Russian. This is the travel size of it, but I have the full size as well, which I love. Buxom lip glosses are my all-time favorite. They smell like sweet cupcakes, and it gives like this fresh, minty feel on your lips. Like really, not tingly like it's plumping, but it's definitely doing something, you know? It's really nice and easy to wear. It's gorgeous, and it's a really, really natural color, so I can wear it on its own or over top. Like right now I'm wearing it over top of that lip liner, and it just looks great. And then the last thing I have for you is my favorite perfume of 2016, and this is from Victoria's Secret. This is the Oh So Sexy perfume. This one, it doesn't look like I've used a lot of it, but I definitely wear it every single day. It's just so perfect. Like, it's flirty, but kind of like sultry and sexy, but sweet all at the same time. So it doesn't smell like old lady perfume, but it doesn't smell too florally, but it also doesn't smell too sweet like vanilla, like it's just a body spray. It's kind of like all of that mixed into one. I mean, I just love this thing. Alright guys, so that was everything for my best of beauty for 2016. I hope you guys are having a wonderful new year and stay safe. Everybody have a great new year. Let me know what your New Year's resolutions are down below. If you are going to make any, for me, I still am undecided if I'm going to make any or not. That's really bad. But usually it's like really simple things that I do as my New Year's resolutions, and sometimes I go for it, sometimes I don't. Usually every year I say I'm going to stop my poor spending habits, i.e. buying too much makeup. Still haven't quite completed that one, so maybe I'll just carry it forward into 2017, and maybe this will be the year that I really get it under control, but we'll see. So I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you later. Bye!